You believed that this rap tale couldn't get much messier, babe, but we haven't even started to investigate it. Did Papoose locate a marriage license with 50 Cent's name? The reasons behind 50 Cent's enigmatic Instagram wedding emojis and Rama's sudden cancellation of her Drink Champs appearance are unclear. For what reason is Papoose purportedly seen tearing up documents and muttering, "I knew it," outside a courthouse? This is a full-blown summation, not just tea. If our listening is correct, Rima has been legally bound for years to Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. Papoose was also a long-term stand-in for her husband, not her spouse. Receipts from a 2009 covert wedding in Vegas, conducted by Flavor Flav and courthouse stock leaks, are going viral online like July 4 fireworks. Rima's fictitious love story might be the most shocking rap betrayal of the decade, so please get a strong drink and consider calling your therapist. We promise you'll want to sit down for this one. Even though what we're going to disclose is not merely rumors, it's generational deception, and it begins with a standard Manila folder. Yes, the kind you see in boring courtrooms. But this one was tucked away in a locked drawer in Remy's Bronx recording studio, with the word confidential written on it. It has been reported that Papoose, Remy's loving and maybe overly trusting spouse, was looking for a lost phone charger when he discovered the document that would change his life. The internet is raging. Chat groups are disintegrating. Additionally, let's imagine that Papoose's name is trending next to marriage fraud and betrayal. A legally binding marriage certificate was found in the file when Papoose opened it, according to our unnamed source, who demands to be referred to as BJ Secret. What's shocking is to learn that the certificate's name wasn't his. It was 50 Cent, also known as Curtis James Jackson II. To put it plainly, this isn't your normal tabloid catastrophe. The covert marriage that reportedly took place in 2009, during Ray's incarceration, is what we're discussing. Posing an important query: how can you marry someone who signed the license while you're in prison? You can't make this stuff up. Although we sort of just did, 50 Cent has never refuted it, which is the clincher. He really uploaded a photo of Rima from 2009 with the comment, "We go way back," when the news started to circulate. Investigating further entails calling 3 interns dressed similarly and following a few bogus LinkedIn pages. That's what we found. Flavor Flav reportedly officiated random weddings in Las Vegas for a VH1 spin-off that never aired. 50 kept showing up without invitation to boost bit sets. And the synergy in those old freestyles. Wait for it. What's driving fans wild is a screenshot of a marriage license that's blurry enough to leave us gasping. Real Papa No More's TikTok user went viral for her analysis of Remy and 50's purportedly private ceremony in 3 parts. "Now it all makes sense," she added. A tall man who smelled of cologne, money, and a long-running rivalry accompanied a woman with an ankle pixie cut, according to a former security guard at the Flamingo Hotel. That assertion sounds quite factual. However, we are unable to verify it. According to reports, Heap has gone full psychological thriller in the meanwhile. Sources close to him claim that he has been pacing back and forth while he reads the certificate, as though he were attempting to memorize a battle rap. His relative works at Foot Locker, just one. An eyewitness even claims that Papoose mumbled the words, "In her real existence, I was merely a remix and a feature." It's absolutely chilling. It wasn't only a drawer item. According to the bank statement that is attached, joint assets were listed under G. Remry Enterprises, a shared LLC. Give it some thought. What in the world is the covert merger? According to reports, 50 Cent and Remy Ma had a full side business, a shared tax return, and matching keys to a storage place in Times Square, while Papoose was out here caring for their kids and delivering heartfelt poetry at her album release festivals. We do not yet know what the storage unit holds, but reports suggest it may contain a very dusty flip phone, platinum plaques, and old love letters. The most devoted supporting character in hip-hop history is Papoose, if the Remy Ma and 50 Cent marriage rumor is accurate. Offer a trophy to that individual. A user stated, "So you mean to tell me Papoose was just a decoy husband?" An additional user commented, "Hold my purse for 10 years. In a confused live Instagram post, Fat Joe even said, "I came here for the sandwiches, bro. I don't know anything about any wedding." Conversely, Remy has not made a single tweet, story post, or even a sleek subwave. This is made worse by that, my friends. Being silent during celebrity controversies isn't ideal. It is not innocent. Now that Papoose hasn't discovered a single document, it becomes even more complicated. Is it a fake? Is it real? Is it a part of a big rollout for a Remy Ma and 50 Cent Secret Lovers EP? Yes. No, there were others. The fake marriage license and the bank statement from G. Remy Enterprises were concealed underneath a much more questionable document, a marriage annulment form. There was a blank place at the bottom of the page where Remy was supposed to sign her name and formally dissolve the marriage. But the certificate was dated 2011, 2 years after Remy and 50 Cent were purportedly married. Apparently, Papoose gazed at it for over an hour without a single drop of ink. A neighbor claimed that they could hear him whispering through the glass, and that she never abandoned him. "I was only the rebound." Wearing slippers and sweatpants, he was last seen pacing, pretending to administer a paternity test while holding the annulment papers. On the other hand, if that agreement was never finalized and the marriage license is authentic, Remy and 50 Cent have been wed for almost a decade. Thus, in legal terms, Papoose might not have been her spouse, but rather her biggest fan. Fake legal experts, bloggers, and fans have now gone into overdrive. We all applauded Rooney after the wedding, but how did no one see for years? One commenter said, "Rooney really made Papoose a step-husband." And just as things were becoming really strange, someone leafed through what seems to be a voicemail that 50 Cent left on Rudy's burner phone over the course of 2017. A voice that uncannily sounds like 50 ads. "Yo, you still haven't signed that agreement. You always leave 'em stunned in the video. Anyhow, nice anniversary." With the caption, "Bro really wrote all them love bars just to find out he was the opening act." 50 Cent posted a meme of Papoose shortly after the leak. The voicemail's legitimacy cannot be confirmed, of course, but the timing is perfect, and it is being treated by the internet like a signed confession. Let's investigate more, though, as we've also been examining financial documents, and the situation only gets more complicated. As it turns out, contributions from the unit associates' marital benefits division were going into an enigmatic offshore account in the Cayman Islands between 2010 and 2014. Conspiracy theorists went wild after learning this information. Using questionable legal citations, receipts, and timestamps, one blogger filled an entire thread with accusations that Remy wasted her time in. According to a former Power 105 intern who wishes to remain anonymous, they exploited the marriage to protect royalties during the Irish raid on unit records, and they leveraged the imprisonment to obtain a controversial tax loophole through the legal team of 50. Remy unintentionally identified herself as Remy Jackson during an off-air encounter. According to reports, she said, "I ain't no joke, baby. I'm married to the game," when someone asked whether she was kidding, and she laughed. Upon reflection, it might have been more revealing. Meanwhile, Papoose has not spoken much. No blogs, tweets, or radio appearances, but admirers spotted him outside a notary public in New Jersey, wearing "Men Don't Cry" sunglasses and what looked like a stack of legal documents in the office. It's possible that the man was separated from someone he was never really married to, and he feels devastated. In an odd turn of events, Clarissa Shields shared a black and white photo of herself along with the sentence, "Yes, that's Clarissa." Is this connected to the alleged incident where Rye threw a microphone at her? What does she know, and why is she involved? Backstage during the radio show, and why did 50 Cent immediately post the picture along with the caption that she is aware of its content? Rumor has it that Clarissa saw the documents when she initially gave Papoose the folder, and that this is all her response to something that occurred during a private recording session in Atlanta years ago. However, we shouldn't get mired in that because people aren't waiting around in silence any longer and want answers. Some of the most popular hashtags are #FreePapoose and #Rein50Forever, #PlayHimaladel and #MaryJalisade. Papoose waited 6 years for her to come from prison, but she never did, according to one particularly intense message from a verified account from 50. Speaking of incarceration, there have been renewed allegations that 50 Cent used his early 20s legal connections to protect Remy during her bid. She's out there claiming to be the queen of rap, but critics say she can't even keep her last name consistent. No one knows exactly what it means. "She was out here the entire time," has Barb, Ree Jackson's girlfriend, tweeted, which reflected the popular perception. Black Twitter said that this marriage was a part of a bigger scheme to keep assets off the books, protect royalties, or possibly derail Papoose's future career. Not to be outdone, Mickey's followers joined the discussion, accusing Remy of being dishonest. Furthermore, many suspect that Papoose may have accidentally promoted a false image of his marriage, which might potentially breach publicity rights related to 50 Cent and Ray's secret union, based on a leaked picture allegedly showing a stop notice from 50 Cent's legal team. The Drake clause is currently being referred to as such on the legal internet, an invented phrase that has a convincing sound. However, as the smoke rose, inquiries are being made in the political arena, as well as in all sectors of entertainment media. Forget the housing market. Did everyone see Papoose's fate today? But in spite of all of this, the memes, outrage, leaked docs, and shady posts, Rama has said nothing. No apology, no denial, no y'all wildin' video on live. And that silence is turning the entire scandal into a full-blown mystery. A slow burn betrayal, a local news anchor in New York said at the beginning of their 6 p.m. segment, and a rap industry crime scene. However, bear in mind that this is only the beginning because the documents may reveal more than just the fact that she is still married to 50 Cent. In fact, the handwritten note at the very bottom of that folder, which was allegedly signed by Rama herself, could completely destroy her public persona. Let's discuss the note. It was scribbled in blue pen on the back of a ripped setlist at Summer Jam 2010 and was neatly folded at the bottom of the now famous Manila folder. It was a supposedly Rama-written statement that attested to the secret marriage and its purpose. "I never meant to hurt Papoose, but loyalty isn't rewarded in this industry," it stated. "Leverage is rewarded. Getting married at 50 was the best course of action." And the internet has gone from shock to rage after the note was allegedly leaked, photographed, screenshotted, and published 1,000 times. What started off as messy tea has grown into a scandal no one could have predicted. Close pals claim that Papoose is emotionally devastated, legally perplexed, and spiritually depleted. According to one cousin, he has been phoning courtrooms to inquire as to whether he was actually married in the first place. We've witnessed celebrity breakups. For tax purposes, we've seen calculated marriages. But pretending to be married to someone else for 10 years, that is an entirely new genre. Fans are now calling for accountability. Numerous thought pieces have been published online. It's being referred to as emotional fraud on blogs. Spousal impersonation is what podcast hosts are calling it. Every interview Rema has done is now being dissected in Reddit forums, suggesting she was playing both sides from 2010. And something even more serious is subtly beginning to take shape in the background. Someone has formally asked that Rema's legal marriage status be confirmed, according to a leaked memo circulating on social media, allegedly from a parallel function within the New York state court system. If 50 Cent's team verifies the authenticity of the documents, it may result in a court summons, audits, litigation, and further investigations. A representative for 50C has denied all of this in an ambiguous news release. Fans quickly pointed out that the phrase unrelated friendship isn't a legal term and doesn't explain 50 Cent's purchase of a diamond bracelet permanently engraved with Mrs. Jackson for Rema. Rema's team has gone totally silent. According to reports, her lawyer is unaware of the issue and insists that nothing has been spoken, and her publicist hasn't replied to any media outlets. Even so, the cast moved forward today after a fan account shared a deepfake video purporting to show Papoose exiting a courthouse as she was constructing an empire with 50. This man was forced to write an entire alphabet of loyalty bars by Remy. She said, "Hold me down." Afterward, they held up someone else. However, some fans are standing by her side. Y'all mad at a black woman for playing chess in a game that's been rigged since day one? She bossed up and protected herself, one Remy stan wrote. As 50 Cent's song Many Men played in the background, the fake courthouse clip went viral, gaining over 3 million views. Didn't tell you because it wasn't your business, period. And they were reviewing and calculating assets. A very broken man carrying a binder full of regrets is the subject of the current Stan Wars level drama. The final twist comes next. According to an anonymous tip sent to a gossip blog last night, Remy and 50 never called off their marriage. Not because they forgot, but because they intend to quietly renew their vows next year. The same report claims that Papoose had even selected August 24, 2025, as the day he planned to re-propose to Remy Ma. As stated in historical tour records, this could be the biggest marriage hoax in hip-hop history since Kris Humphries and Kim Kardashian, according to one industry lawyer who even tweeted about it. As for 50 Cent, he seems to be leaning all the way in. His latest post hints that this may have been Remy's plan from the start. Beyond court documents or contracts, the situation feels deeper, almost like a rom-com wrapped in paperwork, playing out in front of an audience that never knew it was watching. So, what comes next? Some want Remy to speak out immediately. Others want Papoose to finally tell his side. Maybe in a documentary, a book deal, or a freestyle on Sway in the morning. Sipping champagne on a yacht with a comet. "I'm enjoying what's mine," one cryptic line said. While some are losing their minds over the leaked documents, others are starting to realize that this scandal goes beyond paperwork. It's about identity, legacy, and the masks we wear in public. Papoose built an entire brand around being the devoted husband. Loyal, consistent, ride or die. And Remy, or Ruma as some call her, built her image on redemption, strength, and rising from adversity. The comment section exploded when someone wrote, "This is the pettiest flex of 2025. He's not denying anything anymore. He's living in it." We may never know the full truth, but one thing's for sure, hip-hop will never view marriage, or Manila folders, the same way again after these receipts and rumors. 50 Cent built his entire public identity on being the villain who always wins. And now we're left with a broken love triangle, a silent rap queen, and 1,000 questions still unanswered. Is Remy legally still married to 50 Cent? Was Papoose ever her real husband? Or was it all one long performance? What do you think really happened? Was Rama playing the long game with 50 the entire time, moving in silence while building an empire behind Papoose's back? Or is this just a wild, overblown internet stunt? Did Papoose truly have no idea? Or was he in on it the whole time, playing the role of loyal husband, knowing the truth? For a decade, we all clapped for a love story that might not have existed at all. And now we're left wondering if he was legally benched the entire time. If it's true, did she really say that marrying 50 was just business? Is Remy Ma a calculated mastermind or a boss woman playing by her own rules? We want to hear your theories, reactions, and wildest predictions. Will 50 Cent file a claim? Will Remy vanish for 6 months and return with a surprise EP titled Mrs. Jackson? Will Papoose drop a Lemonade-style response with bars? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because believe us, this story is far from over. And if you thought that was wild, wait until you hear what Clarissa Shields allegedly leaked about Remy's second wedding. Yes, more fresh drama is coming. Click like and subscribe, because here we bring you the truths others are afraid to reveal.